I just finished 75 Soft and it's one of the best things I've ever done for myself, and it has actually changed my life. I did not expect such small changes in habits to have such a big impact, and now that I'm done, I truly feel like anything is possible. My confidence has increased, my sleep quality has increased, I had an amazing physical transformation. Now, if you are someone who's thinking about doing this challenge, this video is for you. I want to tell you everything I've learned, how I felt about the challenge, things that I expected, didn't expect, so that you can make an informed decision of if this feels like something you want to do, and hopefully inspires you to take that step and just jump right into it. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start with what is 75 Soft and why I decided to start this challenge. There's the 75 Soft challenge, and then there's also the 75 Hard challenge. The 75 Hard is exactly as it sounds, hard. It's a bit more strict. It felt like something where if you just want to do a challenge for only 75 days and it's a little intense, I personally wanted to do 75 Soft because I wanted the challenge to be sustainable. My rules were not as strict. I wanted to do 75 Soft because I wanted the rules to be a bit more lenient, and ultimately I wanted all my habits to stick and to snowball into a lifestyle. So what I did with my rules was I kind of made them into a day in the life. I had this list that I can refer to every single day, helped me stay on track, which is what you see up here on the screen. I'm not really gonna go through them one by one because I feel like they're pretty self-explanatory. So if you want, you can take a pause, have a quick look. I knew that if I did this every single day, it's setting me up for a good day, a good week, a good month, and these little habits snowball into a much larger transformation. Now, what were my personal reasons for starting 75 Soft? I felt like I was at a point in my life where I really wanted to just hit a big reset, and I feel like normally I'm good at kind of getting myself on track, changing little habits here and there, but I needed something a bit more drastic. 75 Soft really resonated, and so I thought to myself, 75 days to focus, make some changes, turn my challenge into a lifestyle, and feel better about myself and where I am, and kind of just have more control in my life. I had a rough beginning of the year, so it just felt like the right thing to do. It just resonated, followed my intuition, and I'm very thankful that I made the decision to just jump in, do it, because I've definitely gained so much from this challenge. All right, now I'm gonna jump into my experience and how I felt about it. I guess this kind of encompasses what I didn't expect, what I liked, what I didn't like, what was difficult. So what I found challenging about the challenge, going from a not so structured day to a more structured day, like that is a little bit of a shift, and you kind of just jump into it. So there are times where, you know, I'm like, oh, not used to doing all this in a day. That adjustment period is a bit difficult, but again, I kept top of mind, this is for the better, this is gonna help me, this is going to be good for me, and I just focused on that. So once I did it a couple times, days passed, weeks passed, it just became routine and habit, and that adjustment period, once you get over it, it's not that bad. Also, another difficult part about the challenge, in my opinion, is not seeing the results right away. I was sticking to my plan, but I wasn't seeing the results. And this is specifically more towards the physical transformation I was trying to make, which was gaining muscle, gaining weight, going to the gym regularly, getting my calories, my protein in, all that. It took about 2 months, almost to the end of the challenge, to really start seeing physically all my work. So that part is hard because you're just doing what you know you need to be doing and hoping and praying that the result is what you want, and it was. It's just that you have to really have belief and follow exactly what you set out to be able to get to those results, even when you're not seeing it. A little bit of delayed gratification in there, but it is necessary and worth it. And lastly, something that I realized was hard was kind of feeling a bit more disconnected from my friends and family during this time. I do feel like my social life did take a back seat, which was expected sometimes when you're so focused on one area of your life. And in this case, I was really focused on like a physical transformation, a mental transformation, a little bit of a glow up. I knew going into it that my social life will take a little bit of a back seat because I wanted to prioritize this at all costs. However, I'm human and I still felt guilty. I felt guilty not being more proactive with communicating with my friends and family. And they knew what I was doing, so they were totally understanding. I gave everybody a heads up. But at the same time, you know, I still had that guilt. I still felt bad, but it is just a heads up that there is an area in your life that will possibly have to take a little backseat, and just be mentally prepared for that. Now I'm gonna quickly go over what I did like. One was I did find that eventually I feel like I was on autopilot, which may sound scary to some people, but it was a good, I felt that it was a good thing because I had my checklist. So I feel like these two go hand in hand. One was the autopilot, and two was the fact that I made a day in the life. So I took my larger 75 soft goals and I said, what do I have to do daily to make this possible and keep everything fresh in my mind so I don't forget? And I broke it down and made a daily list of everything I wanted to get done in a day that I knew would lead to and result in my larger goals being accomplished. That was extremely helpful, and I would definitely recommend you do that if you're thinking about the 75 soft. I'm on autopilot. I know what I gotta do in the day. There's no distractions. Well, there are distractions, but it's easier to say no to the distractions because I'm on a mission. So in that way, I liked it because all the decisions were made for me. I just had to follow my list. That was it. All right, and lastly, what I really liked about this challenge, the sense of control. Hitting those tasks, those habits that were on my to-do list just made me feel better. It made me feel like I was an active participant. Days weren't just passing by. I knew what I wanted to do. I made a plan and I tried my best to do it. Again, not every day was perfect, but the acts of completing my daily tasks and my daily goals just made me feel really good, in control of what's going on. Okay, now let's get into some of the results. I'm gonna break this down into my physical results, my mental, emotional results, and my lifestyle results. So let's start with physical. My main focus for the 75 Soft Challenge was my physical glow up. I was leaning into a lot of hair care, skincare, but most importantly, body. I wanted to build a body. 75 days obviously is not enough to be super drastic. But, and I'm gonna put my results here, my before and afters, definitely did a little something, okay? It's a little more muscle on the body. Genuinely surprised by how much my body changed in 75 days. This was just by being consistent with my calorie goal, eating a certain amount of food every single day, and my protein goal, while working out 3 to 4 times a week consistently. So physical transformation, check. Your girl did that. I hate to toot my own horn, but if you're on TikTok or Instagram, I named my little series 75 Days to BBL Allegations. And let's just say there may be some allegations. Now, emotional and mental, oh my gosh, definitely 100% the number one thing that came to mind, confidence. The belief in myself has increased. I was getting a bit annoyed and frustrated because I was breaking promises to myself, which I really do not like to do. I think that does take a toll on your confidence to accomplish certain goals or certain tasks. So working on that has helped dramatically, like saying I was gonna do this, this, and this. And again, not every day was perfect, but knowing that I really made an active effort, that helped so much in increasing that confidence. So next I'm gonna go into lifestyle, my routine, my night routine, my morning routines, perfect. You know when you know that in order to have a good day, you're not supposed to scroll on social media first thing in the morning? You should probably move your body at some point, ideally in the morning. Before bed, you shouldn't be scrolling. You should be reading a book or just chilling, listening to music, winding down. You know these things, but you don't actually do them. Yeah, that was me. And so when I actually implemented them, I'm like, wow, I'm waking up at the same time every day, going to bed at the same time every day, working out consistently, my sleep is consistent and good, and I'm waking up well rested, I'm reading my book before bed, and I'm knocking out. The lifestyle, the routine was on lock. It was so good. Little deposits every day adding up to large change. Like that is the lifestyle. That is exactly what happens. And I made a lot of progress in a lot of different areas of my life during my 75 Soft. So yes, it's 75 days is enough to see changes. And again, emphasis on consistency, not perfection. Was I perfect every single day? No. There were times where I was like, I'm slipping, like I gotta get back on track. I made a video about that. I fell off, like we're human, okay? Sometimes we just gotta fall off for a minute, but the most important part is not to give up and get back on the horse and get back to what we need to do. The week or so that I wish was a little bit floppy, I added that week onto my 75 Soft. I don't know if that's cheating, whatever, my rules. And to me, I think that's fair. I didn't do that for every single day. Not every day was perfect. I wasn't gonna keep adding days because that would have been 75 forever. But yeah, all to say, just be consistent, try your best, give your best foot forward, and don't cheat yourself. Don't be like, yeah, I really tried. Did you really try? Did you give 110%, 100%? Or maybe one day your best is 70%, but did you genuinely give your best that day? Be real with yourself, be honest with yourself. And tying into that, make sure you're choosing 75 soft rules and or daily tasks and habits that you know you can complete. Do not overburden yourself. Be as realistic as possible. If that means that, you know what, this girl Brittany, her list, why is she doing 10 different things? Don't do 10 different things. Just do 5, just do 2, just do 3. Maybe there's only one thing you want to focus on for 75 soft. Do that. It's definitely better to start small and work your way up from there. Do not overload yourself, because then you're going to be overwhelmed and you're not going to be as consistent. Last thing, have fun. Okay, don't take it too serious. Don't be too hard on yourself. We have our days, ups and downs. Some days we're 20%, some days we're 120%. You're gonna look back when you're done and be like, wow, I did that. So enjoy the process while you're getting to that end point. And that's it from me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this helped, inspired somebody to start their 75 soft. I had so much fun filming this. I loved sharing my ideas and what I thought about it. So I am proof that this works. If you want to see the intro video of my 75 soft where I go over the goals and everything in more in detail, that's on my page. I have a couple of weekly meal preps on my page. And if you're into anything curly hair care, skincare, glowing up, routines, I feel like my channel is a little bit of everything. I am restarting it, so I'm kind of just doing what feels right and then going from there. But if this video was at all any way helpful, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. And let me know in the comments below, have you done 75 soft? Would you ever do it? And if you do, what is gonna be one of your goals? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.